I've seen that before. I've seen mountains like this before. Ones with the snow on top of them. You have?
These are the Ahid Mountains. They should extend all the way to the northern border of Trekkur.
Then let's traverse the tops of them to get there.
How are we supposed to do that when they're blanketed in snow? It'll be near impossible to find the trail.
But with the war, crossing over from Rasulia will be even more difficult, right?
With you here, Victor, we should be able to find the trail without any issues.
No, we shouldn't. I've never had any occasion to go to Trekkur before.
Then I guess it's out of the question.
Wait a minute. I know what route to take.
How would you know that?
By using my own form of signaturgy?
Signaturgy? Preposterous! There can't be any signaturgy that allows one to discover unknown routes because...
He meant it as a figure of speech. I apologize for any misconceptions he caused by using that word.
Anne and I can find how to get there, trust me.
Just who are the two of you, anyway?
First, you have the same weapon as the enemy. And now you make this outrageous statement?
Come to think of it, they just appeared out of the blue.
And why did you try to give Relia to the enemy against our wishes?
If you're so knowledgeable about signets, Anne, how come no one at the Institute knows you?
And we could go on.
Everyone, please, take a step back. Emerson, I can't help but be skeptical of you as well. You guys are definitely harboring some secrets. And you feel that you can't share them with us. There's no doubting that. However, you put your life on the line to fight for us. And you've saved Relia more than once. Furthermore, you broke some law in order to help us, even though Anne tried to stop you at first.
So you overheard us then?
I'm sure it was imperative you adhere to it. But you decided that protecting Relia was even more important. And I have a hunch you'll do it again if need be.
It's almost as if you can see right through us.
I've made my decision and I believe in you. All right, everyone. We're crossing the mountains into Trekkur.
This is as far as I can accompany you. From here, I must head back to Rasulia.
But we...
If Santarol were attacked, I would want to return as well. What would you do if it were Stahl?
I guess I see your point.
Thank you for coming with us as far as you did.
Thank you, Mr. Soldier.
I said some rather harsh things to you back there, but
Don't sweat it. Water under the bridge.
I trust that you will keep everyone else safe.
Of course I will.
Bye-bye, Mr. Soldier.
So, it's about time you showed up.
I'd be much more excited if it had been a lady waiting for us.
I don't think I need to tell you why I'm here, you damned worms.
We're not giving you Relia.
Do I have to explain to you idiots again that it's pointless to resist?
The halfwit with the potty mouth is making another empty threat. I'm so scared.
You waste of Federation space! You'll pay for that remark! Forstny, wipe these filthy chimps out! Hey, what's going on up there, Forstny? Forstny!
Forstny here. 3 Federation ships have entered this sector. They have their shields enabled and are preparing to engage. We cannot offer any support at the moment.
Wait, what was that?
I have bad news, sir. We've detected transport signals emanating from the enemy starships.
Impossible!
How the tables have turned.
You damned cheaters!
Who violated protocol first? Oh, that's right, you.
You unbearable little... Relia belongs to us! Give her up!
Hold on to Relia.
My line! One. Well, that thing's our property, not yours! He knows why we're after it!
How can you say that after stealing her memory? Stolen her memory? What do you mean?
Get ready to die, maggots! strong, try to withstand this! How is this even possible? Unfreaking believable!
Run, Relia!
Miki, look out!
Die, you pest! Whoa! She has other powers too? That's freaking marvelous!
Get ready for some pain.
If you think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
Got it.
Miki!
Miki! Miki!
This injury's not just external. There's damage to her viscera too, I think.
Wait a second! That had breached the U!
Boss, Miki's hurt. Havine's attack has her in critical condition. She's got tachycardia. There's more. Hypotension has set in as well. And of all of us here, she's the only one who can heal the harmed. There's no such equipment or cadre that'd allow her to come back.
You can't aid her at all? That's just... You're saying we wait until she dies?
What are you thinking?
I suggest that we all transport. In order to rescue Miki, the Gull's equipment is integral.
Surely you understand the consequences of this.
Means breaking the UP3. Article 1 to start, I would assume.
Emerson to the Charles D. Goal. Do you read?
Yes, sir. What's the issue?
I need you to send the 9 of us to your location now.
At 9, sir. That many?
Wait a second! That had breached the...
Unique situation. Do it.
Aye, aye, sir. Starting transport now.
Take her by stretcher to sickbay.
Miki.
To sickbay. Deck 12. Sickbay.
Will Miki be all right?
She's undergoing treatment now.
How's Miki?
Her vital signs have stabilized, so she'll be fine. She'll be back to her old self in a few days.
Thanks so much.
And to the bridge. Miki's condition has now stabilized.
That is great news. Now you can invite everyone else up here.
Understood, Emerson.
You can call me Captain now. But Emerson's not half bad.
How could I make such a mistake? I'm terribly sorry.
I'll be up here.
I'll take you there. The bridge.
Well then, so where should we start?
We'll answer anything we are allowed to.
I'll go first. What is this place?
It's rather difficult to explain, but we often refer to it as a ship.
A ship? Who knew there were such advanced civilizations outside the Vestilian continent? You're not from Hadamel then, are you?
No, we're not. How do I put this? We come from a place that none of you've ever heard of.
I see. Discoveries truly do await us around every corner. Maybe he was right when he told me that fieldwork is of the utmost import. This is moving as we speak?
Indeed.
Your civilization is so much more advanced than ours in Santarol. I'm kind of shocked, but I have to say it's also an honor to be the only one at the Institute to experience this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our humble Charles D. Gold.
It can't be. Is this a map?
Smart, stylish, and intuitive. You are a triple threat. This was our location before we were transported here. And this is the Trey-Kerr region. We think this is where Little Miss Starlight came from.
Where I came from?
Of all the areas within the continent's arid region from which the snowy Aheeds are visible, I'd say it's most probable that she's from this one.
There's no electromagnetic response from anywhere in it, though.
The facility could very well be closed.
I suppose. If that's true, then we've no choice but to investigate it ourselves.
And Miki?
You can trust that our medical technology will safely revive her.
All right, I will.
Delacroix, prepare to transfer.
Aye, aye.
Anne, take us to the transport room.
Yes, sir.
And we're off.
The transporter on deck 2.
You've gotten better at making the right decision, I see.
You call violating the UP3 the right decision?
Sometimes the rules are worth breaking.
I still don't fully comprehend why. But somehow, I knew that was the only choice I could make.
Your understanding of it needn't be complete, as long as you know what it means to hold people's lives in your hands.
Please follow me.
Sorry.
Hey, this is the room we started out in.
Everyone, please step onto this platform.
Begin transport.
Yes, sir.
We're in...
Is this the place we saw on that map of yours earlier?
Certainly looks like Trey-Kerr to me.
The coordinates match, so this is indeed the same place as on the map.
But the real issue here is whether or not it has any relation to Relia.
Let's hope it does for our sake as well as hers. I don't want to inspect every grain of sand in this desert only to come up empty-handed.
So, what are we looking for?
It's difficult to explain, but please inform us if anything about this vicinity seems off to you.
Well, I guess we'll do what we can.
I'll help, too.
Explain seems off.
For example, if you can touch something where it looks like there's nothing.
So, think of it like an invisible wall?
Exactly.
I'm not sure I know what I'm looking for, but I'll do my best.
I've seen this place before.
You have?
I think so. But I might be wrong.
Well, if you have seen it before, then we can probably find something about your mom and dad here.
Okay, I'll search really hard.
Could this be what... Hey, Anne!
There's no doubting that this is it.
Yes.
You're the best, Fidel.
It shouldn't take long to neutralize its cloaking effect.
Whoa.
It looks like the facility itself is buried underground. And this is the entrance to the place.
I'll unlock it.
Relia!
After Little Miss Starlight.
Relia, you can't do that. You're gonna make us worry if you go off on your own.
I was here. I used to live here.
Jackpot.
Okay. One of the rooms in this facility should be hers.
I can't help but think this resembles the Institute.
Could it be?
Could it be what?
No. It's nothing worth mentioning.
What in the ever-loving world were those Kronos bastards researching here anyway?
Signets, maybe? No. We shouldn't jump to conclusions before we even start to look around.
What a breach of protocol.
Yeah. Evidence against him continues to emerge from the woodwork. But I say we prioritize Relia first.
As you wish. Having a hands-off superior has its problems, huh? What's the matter?
I'm sorry. It's just that you reminded me of my own mentor. He prioritized his research over me and went off somewhere.
That must have been rough.
I still miss him.
Relia!
My friends. My toys. My sister.
Did something come back to you, Relia? What's this about a sister?
This is...
An observation room. And judging by the toys, I'd say one used to specifically monitor children.
Maybe we can data mine the system if the console still works.
Let me try.
I wonder... why isn't there a single person? Wait a sec. It's a trap. Get ready. We got company.
If you think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
Fidel, keep doing your thing. You got it. This can't be the only one. And look into that while you're extracting data.
Will do.
Handle this!
Bang to the firmament!
I'll try to help.
Hang on!
Think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
Captain!
You find anything?
It's a trap after all. The building's gonna detonate after a silent countdown.
So they can dispose of both the evidence and the opposition. Not bad.
Their encryption's top-notch, so disarming the system will take time.
The data?
I retrieved it. But there's not much time left until the detonation.
The security robots must be here to ensure we don't get out in time. Charles de Gaulle, this is Emerson.
They're jamming our signal.
I guess we'll have to leave on our own 2 feet.
Countdown in progress. T-minus 18 minutes.
Make a run for the exit. We need to get the hell out of here before we're blown sky high. Come in, Charles de Gaulle. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. This is the Charles de Gaulle.
Transport the 5 of us out of here before this explosion does it for us.
Right away, sir.
I'm so glad everyone's okay.
On the other hand, all our leads have gone up in flames.
They're burnt all black and stuff.
What sort of research was going on at that facility anyway?
We haven't analyzed the documents yet, so all I can do is speculate as to the building's purpose. But I assume it belonged to a group called Kronos.
Kronos?
That's their name. It's a long story. So let me tell it while we're en route to sickbay.
Deck 12, sickbay.
We're with an organization called the Pan-Galactic Federation, and come from far away in the sky.
If we hadn't already experienced what we have with you, I'd say you're telling the biggest whopper ever.
When you look up at the sky, you can see a lot of lights, right? Well, we're from one of those astral lights, as is Kronos, albeit a different one. To people far, far away, your home is also an astral light.
And we have termed your particular orb of light Faithlessness 4.
The Pan-Galactic Federation and Kronos signed a charter that forbids either party from entering the other's territory or the neutral zone between them.
And they broke it.
We obtained information stating that Kronos was clandestinely operating on Faithlessness 4.
And when we came to investigate, well, you know.
I understand that you guys and Kronos are enemies, but you mind explaining what all this has to do with Relia?
Little Miss Starlight was living in that laboratory of theirs.
Relia is most likely a living test subject for some of Kronos' experiments.
And?
Sorry. That was uncalled for.
A test subject?
All for the sake of creating signets.
This is now far beyond the realm of simply trying to reunite a young runaway girl with her parents.
Mickey! I didn't mean for you to get hurt. This is all my fault. Sorry.
You don't say sorry in this situation, Relia. You say thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mickey.
You're very welcome.
You're okay.
You're here, Fiddly.
Emerson and Anne are the ones who saved you. If they hadn't been around, we wouldn't have been able to do anything for you.
That's what I heard from the people here. Thank you so very much.
Don't thank us. It's our fault in the first place. I have something I need to say. We want Relia to stay in our custody.
What? Where'd you get that crazy idea?
She's being chased by an organization called Kronos. As for who they are and how they relate to us, ask Fidel. He knows already.
How does any of that matter in the least?
You've seen firsthand how persistent those reprobates can be. Relia is so significant to them that they're willing to go through all of this for her. And now that they've failed multiple times, they'll start taking even more drastic measures.
But still...
Kronos possesses nearly the same level of technology that we do. As long as they think the ends justify the means, you won't be able to stop them from taking her. We, however, can. Furthermore, your country will no longer be attacked if we have her.
I want to stay here.
Relia?
Promise you'll take care of her?
With all my heart.
Then I leave her in your charge.
Let's get you home.
We're very grateful to have met the both of you.
We owe you a debt of gratitude.
Just wait until my technological discoveries surpass even yours.
Please see that no harm comes to Relia.
We will. You take care down there.
All the best.
Relia, you take care of yourself.
Miki,
Grab happiness by the horn.
Fidel.
Bye-bye, Relia. So long. Toodaloo.
Miki.
Fidel.
Relia, I'm very sorry, but you're not allowed to be here.
Captain, our sensors have detected abnormal energy disturbances. The possibility that they're caused by mechanical activity, as opposed to a natural phenomenon, is 87.32%.
What do you make of it?
My guess is Chrono's cloaking technology.
Use impulse engines to change our trajectory. Enable our shields as well. We're going on red alert.
Engine output reduced by half. Modifying course.
Now raising shields to 80% Omni. We're currently at 30%, sir.
Everyone, assume battle stations. Tactical display on screen. Enemy starboard. Engines to full power. Raise shields to 100%.
Starboard side hit. Shields operating at 97%.
Loading of enemy torpedoes confirmed.
Anne, any info on the torpedoes?
Nothing at the moment.
Change course to 90 Mark 45. We're going to their port side.
Current speed at 0.87. We're approximately 3 minutes from Fate Creed 5.
The enemy has launched 8 torpedoes our way, all proceeding at course 360.
Another 8 torpedoes incoming. Following course 50, Mark 270.
Employing Hadean tactics, I see. Looks like someone in Kronos knows his way around a Starfleet battle.
Enemy phase cannon fire has been detected.
Phase cannon beam impact 135 degrees to starboard. Shields now at 94%.
Oh, crap. All right, we're gonna have to let a couple of torpedoes through. I guess all we can do is pray theirs don't pack too much of a punch. Load 4 photon torpedoes. Set the first to slow, put it on a course for the flagship's 8 torpedoes. Set the second one for slow as well and aim it at the second round of torpedoes.
Prepped and ready.
Great. Fire rounds 1 and 2.
Firing rounds 1 and 2. 5 seconds until contact. 3, 2, 1, 0. 10 enemy torpedoes still remain.
There shouldn't be anywhere near that many. Huh. Who knew their AI was that good?
5 seconds until contact. 3, 2,
Everyone,
1.
brace for impact! Damage report.
We sustained damage from 2 torpedoes. Shields reduced to 57%.
Warp drive is operational.
All that damage from 2 measly torpedoes?
Yakagi evaded all torpedoes.
The Nimitz took 1 hit that reduced its shields to 34%. Its warp drive has sustained heavy damage. Now only its impulse engines remain operable.
Even if they're top of the line, our ships are still mainly research vessels. They don't stand a snowball's chance in hell against 3 battlecruisers.
Transmission from their flagship.
Before we open communication, shut down our warp drive.
Captain, you can't be serious.
Do it now.
Aye, aye, sir. Initiating emergency warp drive shutdown. Shields at 5%.
Okay, now bring them up on screen.
This is Captain Aaron of the Kronos Interstellar Army ship Volos.
Emerson T. Kenny, captain of the Federation vessel Charles de Gaulle.
Kenny, you say? Well, well, what an honor it is to meet a gentleman as influential as you. A shame I can't see your face with all that egg of defeat smeared on it.
Thanks for the concern.
I believe you know what we came here for.
Tis yours.
Captain!
But in return, I'd like a favor.
What's that?
The warp drives of this and another of our ships took a great deal of damage. enough to render interstellar navigation impossible. I ask you to please let us leave this sector on the one ship with a fully functional warp drive.
Run a scan.
The warp drives for their first and third ships are indeed down.
I'll permit the other ship's crews to go. I regret to inform you, however, that yours will have to stay behind.
That's fine with me, but how should we handle the exchange?
Your crew will transport over to my ship, starting with you.
Then we'll start moving within transport range of your vessel.
Fret not, for we shall do the moving. All you need do is lower your shields and wait until we are in range and contact you again. Don't pull anything funny in the meantime.
How far away is the enemy from us?
We are approximately 0.34 AU away from the Daravolos, sir.
That's 10 minutes at quarter speed, or 5 at half. The crew of the Nimitz is to board the Akagi at once, using any means necessary.
Yes, sir.
Once everyone's boarded, the Akagi is to warp out as soon as possible and head for remote Station 5.
What of the Charles D. Gould's crew?
We'll use escape pods and land on Faithlessness 5. Send someone later to pick us up.
The Daravolos and the rest of its fleet have begun moving toward our vessel at quarter speed, Captain.
10 minutes, 47 seconds until they're within range.
Open a comm link to the whole ship.
Will do, sir. You're on.
Attention, all crew members. You will now begin boarding the nearest escape pod and prepare to abandon ship. Do not eject, however, until I give the command. That is all.
Captain, you wouldn't be...
Took you long enough. You should have realized his intention when he cut power to the warp drive.
This is our only option. Will you help? Everyone but Anne and Delacroix board an escape pod. Computer, bring up the self-destruct sequence settings.
Access to the self-destruct sequence requires the authorization of at least 3 Federation officers. In addition...
Nix the briefing. Emerson T. Kenny of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Rank, Captain.
Authorized.
Tiffin Delacroix of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Rank, Lieutenant Commander.
Authorized.
So let me get this straight. In addition to violating the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact, we're going to add another federal offense to our rap sheets?
It's our only choice.
Anne Patriciani of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Rank, Lieutenant.
Identities confirmed. Access to self-destruct sequence settings granted.
I want a 12-minute silent countdown for a warp drive overload sequence. The sequence code is Alpha, Tango, Quebec, Zulu, 4915. Direct the blast this way.
Settings applied. Command required to initiate, with another code needed to disarm.
Start it. Delacroix, get to an escape pod. Anne, get little Miss Starlight and come with me.
Yes, sir.
They're all yours now.
May the goddess of victory smile upon us.
Deck 1, cargo bay. First, synchronize the launch of the escape pods so it occurs right before we transport. Make sure one shuttle launches along with them too. I'll also need you to set the launch angle of both the pods and the shuttle to 180 degrees from the Kronos fleet.
Will do.
Next, have it look like we and Relia will transport to the Daravolos, but actually transport us to the shuttle.
Transport us to a fast-moving object? Impossible.
Have the shuttle brake right before we transport, so it slows down enough to stabilize its coordinates. We should still be able to escape as long as we accelerate afterwards.
That's theoretically possible, but...
With your programming skills, Anne, I know you're able to turn theory into reality. You're the only one who can make this work.
I'll try my best to get us through this. Somehow.
You're not gonna try. You're gonna do. If the shuttle's too fast, we'll materialize in outer space. But if we slow it down too much, we'll get caught in the blast and completely disintegrate along with the enemy ships.
For the love of... Just how many miracles do we need here?
None. Not a single one of these obstacles is too much for us to overcome by ourselves. Leave everything to me, kiddo. I'll keep you safe and sound.
Like Fidel did?
Yes, exactly like Fidel did.
I'm finished.
I knew you'd be done in no time.
Thanks for the compliment, sir.
Now, let's hurry to the transport room. Deck 2, transport room. Kenny to the Akagi.
Yes?
How are things coming?
Done in 6 minutes.
Do it in 4 or you'll be cosmic dust.
I'll make sure they do, sir.
I won't be able to give any further commands. So figure out the timing and warp out at your own discretion. Time to show us what you're made of and reprogram the transporter, Anne. Have it display coordinates that are in the Daravolos, but set the real ones to inside the shuttle.
I know what to do. We have an incoming transmission from the Darivolos.
Bring it up.
Have you yet to finish your preparations, Captain Kenny? Our ship is now within the established 30,000 click secure transport radius. You may begin transport now.
I know. Sadly, we don't have sufficient energy to do that. I request permission to engage warp drive.
Fine, but don't even think of raising your shields.
We won't.
Your warp drive is on, and your transport coordinates are indeed correct. Now send us our test subject.
We'll be right over in a mere 20 seconds.
Captain Aaron, we've determined that escape pods are launching from the Charles de Gaulle.
You what? What in the hell is going
8,
on?
7.
What are you filthy
6,
swine perpetrating?
5.
Answer me, Kenny! What
4,
have you done?
3, 2, 1.
Please forgive me, General!
Good work, Anne. All right, warp 1.1. Let's head to Faithlessness 4.
The Charles de Gaulle. We made it without a single scratch, thanks to your awareness and acuity, sir.
Sleep tight, old friend.
Captain, just so you know, the shuttle has now officially been cloaked.
Thanks for the update. Kenny to the Akagi. Do you read me?
I do, loud and clear.
Whew. I'm glad you guys are okay.
Our sentiments exactly, Captain. I'm also pleased to report we're safely on our way to Remote Station 5.
That's great news.
We lack adequate power for subspace transmissions, and we're about to lose our signal. So let me say one thing first. We've already filed a request with the aforementioned base to mobilize a rescue squad. They're scheduled to arrive in a few days.
While you're at it, put in a request for you-know-what.
You don't mean the Model G, do you? That's ludicrous. They'll never approve that. It hasn't undergone a single test flight.
Make the request.
I suppose it can't hurt to ask. Oh, and there's something of the utmost import I need to discuss.
We lost them. I don't understand why you wouldn't say the most important thing first if you're about to go out of range.
I think he would have if you hadn't made that demand.
Well, there's no use thinking about what might have been. We should probably lay low somewhere until the rescue team from Remote Station 5 comes.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, Relia!
It can't be. She's transporting. How could I be so careless as to overlook the transport tracker? What an elementary mistake.
One of the 3 ships apparently got their shields up in time, I see.
Unlike the Darivolos, the other 2 ships might have already had them up in case of an emergency. Even if we weren't on the bridge, I should have looked over the data more thoroughly. Still, they should have sustained a decent amount of damage from the overload. I doubt they'll be able to warp out of this sector anytime soon.
Maybe so, but we can't do anything without our own ship.
You say those gleaming sticks came from this so-called Kronos. I find this quite difficult to believe.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. How's the front line?
The troops with the gleaming sticks supposedly vanished right after we did. Once the Tricurans were deprived of their secret weapon, they were no longer a match for our military strength.
So you held them off?
We did, and now a plan is in motion to invade Eastern Tricur. If it goes well, they will be forced to retreat from our border. Speaking of Eastern Tricur, I was just about to head there.
Allow me to take part in the invasion with you.
Take part?
I assume they would want me to come along as a reinforcement anyway.
Rasulia is our homeland, and Fiore's a good friend. So I have more than enough reasons to fight too.
Very well then. I doubt anyone will oppose the addition of reserves. I'll let my superiors know.
Thank you.
The faster we can join everyone, the better. Therefore, let's make for Eastern Tricur post-haste. I'll give you the details on the way. Our strategy for this battle requires us to split our army in 2. Master Camuse will command the main force, which will charge head-on at the enemy, overwhelming them with numbers and distracting them.
I figured as much.
Our detachment will infiltrate the Kingdom of Tricur by passing through the Western Dakov Tunnel. This will put us on the other side of the Imperial troops in Eastern Tricur, allowing us to attack from behind.
K.
To reach the tunnel, we must venture beyond Sword of View until we come to a fork in the road. Then we head southwest. Mobility will be of the utmost importance in arriving at our objective. Therefore, we will move in small units. We are to rendezvous with the other detachment members at Eastern Tricur. I would rather not be the last ones there, so let us make haste.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, if it isn't Victor, did you come here looking for me?
I'm just passing through.
Then this must be fate. Draw your sword.
What do you mean, fate?
Ooh, I forgot the Major's waiting for me. Ha! We'll have to put this duel on hold for a while. See you around. Toodaloo. Bye-bye for now.
As tempestuous as always.
What's the deal, Victor? Why didn't you come? You promised you would.
What promise is this?
Only our 33rd duel? Don't tell me you forgot this memorable event.
Sorry, but it seems I have. When did I make that promise?
When you were drinking with my squad. You promised before you passed out in the plaza the next morning. In my dream.
If only I had the amount of freedom you do.
You don't have to tell me. I get it. I shouldn't be wasting my time trying to be a gourmand. I mean, after seeing all these battles firsthand, it's just...
I don't think it's a waste at all. Having a hobby is a great thing.
Thanks. That's nice of you to say. If only I wasn't so hungry all the time. I need to keep my stomach in check.
Do you have any intention of learning a fighting style other than the Camus one?
Yeah. With as many schools out there as there are, it'd be a waste not to.
What ambition! Let me know if you ever decide to visit another school's hall. I would like to accompany you.
You too, Victor?
I don't know how far I'd go, but I think it's important to experience other fighting methods. What do you think this space place that Captain Kenny talks about is really like?
I can't even begin to imagine it.
Right. It was a pointless question. Please forget that I asked it. I can't even begin to imagine. I would really like to know, though.
Do you remember Cassius?
That kid genius? It's hard to forget someone like him.
I promised that as soon as he reaches the appropriate age, I'd imbue him with a signet, but I don't know. I still have reservations about it.
Why? Because he's a kid?
Exactly. I seriously don't understand how those people could imbue a young girl like Relia with one. So, have I ever told you about the pets I had back in the day?
No, you haven't. What kind of pets were they?
They were lizards. I was raising them for research purposes and grew attached to them.
Whoa! Lizards, that's unusual.
For my next pet, I think I'll get a bigger animal.
A bigger animal? So, do you mean like an alligator?
No, that'd be smaller.